Just last week, he was calling you beautiful, planning your next date, sending you good morning texts before you were even awake. The connection felt electric, undeniable. You finally let yourself believe this was different. And then, a shift. It's subtle at first. The good morning texts stop. His replies take hours, not minutes, and they're one-word answers. He's suddenly swamped with work. That warmth you felt is replaced by a cold, digital silence. Your mind floods with 1,000 questions, all starting with, did I? Did I say too much? Did I seem too needy? This cycle of self-doubt is exhausting. But what if that answer has nothing to do with you and everything to do with a fundamental misunderstanding of his world? Stay with me, because we are about to decode the male psychology that drives this behavior. Let's be very clear. For years, you've probably been told that the key to a man's heart is just to be yourself or to communicate more. But that advice is useless when you're speaking two different emotional languages. The single most important skill you can develop for a secure, lasting relationship is becoming fluent in his language. I'm talking about understanding male psychology. This is not about playing games or being manipulative. That's low value and it never works long term. This is about having the playbook. It's about understanding his deep-seated psychological triggers, his instinctual needs, and his natural responses to stress and intimacy. Imagine this. Instead of feeling that wave of panic when he goes quiet, you feel a sense of calm knowing. You stop reacting with fear and start responding with a quiet, unshakable confidence. And that confidence is the most attractive quality you can possess. In this video, I'm going to give you the foundational keys to this playbook. By the end, you will feel empowered, in control, and ready to learn even more. The first piece of male psychology you must grasp is his deep, often unconscious, need for autonomy. Think of it as the elastic band effect. When he gets close to you and feels that wonderful intimacy, a psychological trigger goes off that fears the loss of his independence. To feel like himself, he has an instinctual need to pull away and stretch the band. This is not a rejection of you. This is a fundamental male process of recentering. By understanding this, you can see his distance not as a threat, but as a necessary part of his cycle to return to you. When he gets close to you, sharing that wonderful intimacy, the band is relaxed. But for many men, extreme closeness triggers a subconscious fear, a fear of losing his individual identity, his purpose, his sense of self. To feel like a man, he has an instinctual, biological need to pull away and stretch the band. He needs to feel that tension of independence to remember who he is outside of the relationship. Now, here is the secret that most women miss. This is not a rejection of you. This is a fundamental male process of recentering. Think about it. An elastic band is useless if it's never stretched. It has no potential energy. He is not pulling away to get away from you forever. He is pulling away so he has a powerful connection to return to. By understanding this, you can see his distance not as a threat, but as a necessary and even healthy part of his cycle. You learn to let him stretch, knowing that the tension is what will eventually bring him springing back, often with more focus and desire than before. The second psychological insight is one of the most common sources of misunderstanding between men and women: how they handle stress. When women are stressed, they often have a tend-and-befriended response. They seek connection, talk through the problem, and co-regulate their emotions with others. A man's response is typically the exact opposite. He retreats. His brain is neurologically wired for single-focused problem solving. So when he's overwhelmed by a major stressor, maybe a high-stakes project at work, a financial worry, or a family issue, he enters what we call the stress cave. You must understand this is not a vacation spot. Inside this mental cave, his entire energy, his entire being, is dedicated to slaying a single dragon. He cannot multitask. He cannot effectively fight the dragon and be the present, loving, emotionally available partner you know him to be. And this is the critical part, because he knows he doesn't have the emotional bandwidth to give you the attention you deserve. The relationship itself starts to feel like another area where he is failing. Rather than give you 50% of himself, he would rather give you 0% temporarily, solve his problem, and return as the competent, confident man he wants to be for you. So while you are experiencing his painful silence, he is experiencing intense internal pressure. His retreat is not an emotional shutdown against you. It's a problem-solving mode for him. Understanding this allows you to completely depersonalize his silence and not take it as a reflection of your worth. And now for our last tip, which is the most crucial and often the most confusing. It's the moment when a man pulls away precisely when things are getting serious and wonderful. You've had the best date of your lives. You've just become exclusive. Maybe you've even said, I love you, and then silence. It's maddening. It makes no logical sense. But from a male psychology perspective, it makes perfect sense. You must understand this. The intensity of his own positive feelings is a powerful psychological trigger. For many men, deep emotional connection and the prospect of a real future aren't just feelings. They represent a profound responsibility. In his mind, he's not just your boyfriend anymore. He's a future partner, a provider, a protector. The stakes have just been raised to the highest level. Suddenly, he's not questioning if he likes you. He's past that. He's questioning if he is good enough for you. Am I ready for this? Am I capable of being the man she deserves? Can I succeed in this role? This fear of future failure can be terrifying. His pulling away is a subconscious pause button. He is not running from you. He is retreating to process these massive, overwhelming emotions and to square up with his own internal standards. Knowing this is a game changer. It turns your fear into profound empathy. So you now understand the why. This knowledge alone should give you a sense of peace because it allows you to stop reacting with fear. The correct high-value response is not to chase, text, or demand answers. It's to create a powerful vacuum that pulls him back. You lean back. You demonstrate through your actions that you are a secure woman who isn't dependent on his validation for her happiness. By focusing on your own life, you are respecting his need for autonomy. You are giving him the silence he needs in his stress cave. When he finally looks up from his problem, he doesn't see an anxious woman waiting by the phone. He sees a vibrant, high-value woman whose life is full and exciting. That lack of neediness is incredibly attractive. This is the foundation, and it will often bring him back on its own. But what if you want to take it to the next level? What if, when he does reach out, you could say something so powerful it not only erases his doubts, but makes him feel an overwhelming urge to be closer to you than ever before? There are specific words that tap directly into a man's psychology of desire and commitment. Saying the right thing at the right time is the difference between him coming back temporarily and him coming back obsessed. Mastering male psychology is your key to the relationship you deserve. You've learned the foundational why and the crucial first step of what to do. If you are ready to learn the exact verbal tool that makes a man feel a deep, obsessive need for you after he's pulled away, I've made a video just for you. It's called Do This When He Pulls Away or Acts Distant. I have put the link right at the very top of the description box below. Click it now to unlock the next level of your power. If you're committed to becoming a master at understanding men, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of our secrets. And comment below with, I'm ready to learn to join our community of empowered women. See you in the next video.